What if the thing you crave most is the thing you fear? Why do we reach for others, yet sometimes long to be alone? Aristotle said humans are social by nature. We seek friendship, love, and belonging. Our hearts reach outward, searching for warmth in another's presence. For many, love is the highest good, a source of meaning, as Confucius believed. We feel most alive when we share our lives, our thoughts, and our dreams with someone who understands us. This longing for connection feels as vital as air or water. It inspires stories, songs, and poems across time. It is the energy of coming together, of joining two lives, as Socrates might say, in search of wisdom and joy. Yet, some find their greatest strength in solitude. Alone, they discover peace, reflection, and self-knowledge. They choose solitude, not from fear, but from a deep sense of contentment. In quiet moments, they find themselves. For them, being alone is not emptiness, but abundance. It is a time to recharge, to reflect, and to connect with their innermost self. They find joy in their own company, building a life rich with meaning, on their own terms. In a world that celebrates togetherness, this path is often misunderstood, but it is just as wise, just as powerful. It is the energy of turning inward. These two desires, connection and solitude, may seem like opposites, but both are part of being human. What is one person's greatest dream is another's quiet preference. How can we look at the world so differently? Perhaps, as the philosophers teach, this is the paradox and the beauty of the human heart. The roots of our hearts are planted in the soil of childhood, long before we understand the meaning of love. Like shadows on the wall of Plato's cave, our earliest memories shape what we believe is possible in connection. It all begins in those first years, when we are most open, most impressionable. In the quiet moments of comfort and the loud moments of conflict, in the embraces we received and the ones we silently wished for. These experiences become the first stories written on our hearts, what philosophers might call the formation of the self. These are not wounds you can see, but gentle imprints shaping how we feel, how we love, and how we heal. If a child grows up unseen, their world becomes a cave of shadows, always searching for the light of recognition. As adults, this longing can become a deep hunger for someone who truly sees us, who brings us out of the darkness and into the warmth of connection. Someone to validate our existence and remind us that we matter. The search for love, then, is also a search for healing, a journey from shadow to light. But not all wounds pull us toward others. Some teach us to seek solitude, to find peace within. Imagine a childhood filled with chaos, where boundaries are blurred and the world feels overwhelming. In such a place, the self learns to retreat, to protect its own space. Boundaries become a shield, and solitude a sanctuary. For these souls, closeness can feel like a threat, a loss of self in the presence of another. They may carry a wound of engulfment, always guarding their inner world. As adults, they find comfort in solitude, where they can breathe and simply be. Solitude is not rejection, but a gentle act of self-care. It is a way to protect one's energy, and to create the peaceful refuge they may have missed as a child. Choosing to be alone becomes an act of wisdom, a Buddhist turning inward to find peace. It is a way to regain control, to shape one's own world with intention. Our inner wounds, whether they draw us to others or lead us to solitude, are the silent teachers of our hearts, guiding us toward healing, growth, and understanding. Throughout history, philosophers have wondered if our desires are shaped by forces greater than ourselves, by the cosmos, by fate, or by the nature of existence itself. These energies, seen and unseen, move through us, quietly guiding our choices and longings. Some traditions call this the flow of the universe, like a cosmic weather that shapes our inner world. Just as the moon pulls the tides, the cosmos can pull at our hearts and minds. These invisible forces can stir up longing for connection, or a deep peace in solitude. In Stoic thought, we are part of a greater order, each person born with a unique nature and path. Eastern philosophies speak of energies, chi, prana, or spirit, that flow through all things, shaping who we are. Our individual makeup, whether called fate or energy, can lead us towards certain desires and ways of being. Some of us are drawn to partnership, to harmony and togetherness, as if the stars themselves encourage us to seek connection, to seek harmony, and to find meaning in the bonds we form. Philosophers might say this is the influence of love or the pull of destiny. Our lives seem written in the stars, nudging us toward relationships and shared journeys. For some, this cosmic script is about seeking others, finding purpose in unity. But for others, the universe seems to highlight independence, self-reflection, and the strength found in solitude, to look inward and to rely on oneself for meaning and peace. Some are born with a temperament that values structure, discipline, and quiet contemplation. For them, solitude is a natural state, encouraged by the order of things. Others are drawn to spiritual reflection, seeking wisdom in silence and stillness. Their journey is inward, guided by the mysteries of the cosmos and the search for deeper truth. For these souls, being alone is not a punishment, but a calling to connect with the universe itself. In solitude, they find their purpose, listening for the quiet wisdom that only the cosmos can offer. Whether we seek connection or solitude, perhaps we are all responding to the same cosmic invitation to discover who we truly are beneath the stars. Let's explore these ideas through Maya, a case study in the search for meaning. As Kierkegaard might ask, what does it mean to belong? From childhood, Maya felt adrift in her bustling family, her presence often unnoticed, her voice quiet in the crowd. She grew up feeling overlooked, a theme Simone de Beauvoir might call the struggle to be seen. This gentle ache became a quiet wound, a longing to matter, to be significant in someone's eyes. As an adult, Maya is drawn to deep, committed relationships, seeking the fulfillment that comes from true connection. With a partner, Maya feels seen and cherished, her existence affirmed, her story heard. The attention of her loved one is like a healing light, soothing the ache of her childhood invisibility. For Maya, sharing her life is an act of meaning, an answer to the question, who am I, if not in relation to another? Making plans together, she finds purpose in partnership, echoing de Beauvoir's idea that we become ourselves through others. Building a shared home is not just romance for Maya, it is the creation of belonging, the visibility she always sought. Her path is one of connection, a living answer to the philosophical quest for meaning through love. Now let's consider Leo, a case study in the philosophy of solitude. Leo grew up as an only child, his anxious parents always close, their love sometimes stifling. He rarely had space to breathe or make his own choices, echoing Lao Tzu's wisdom. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still. The love in Leo's childhood was real, but it came with invisible walls. As an adult, Leo treasures his independence, finding fulfillment in the freedom to shape his own life. He has a meaningful career, wonderful friends, and a vibrant social life, but he chooses solitude, not out of lack, but as a path to self-mastery. Leo finds joy in quiet mornings, where his thoughts are his own and his spirit is free. For Leo, solitude is not loneliness, it is liberty, a fulfillment of Lao Tzu's teaching. Knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom. In the words of Rumi, let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. There is no single way to be whole. The world may offer you stories about happiness, about what life should look like. But as Nietzsche reminds us, no one can build you the bridge on which you, and only you, must cross the river of life. Your journey is unique, one story among millions, shaped by your own heart and choices. Whether you find meaning in the company of others or in the quiet of your own soul, your path is yours alone. If your heart sings with love for another, embrace it fully and let it teach you about connection. If you find peace in solitude, honor that space and let it reveal your inner strength. As Epictetus said, no great thing is created suddenly. Your path is valid wherever it leads. Your desires are not mistakes. They are invitations to know yourself more deeply. They are gentle messengers, guiding you toward authenticity. Listen to them with kindness, and let them lead you to growth and acceptance. Growth healing joy. Be curious about your own heart. and gentle with your journey. There is no need for judgment, only understanding. Those who long for love are learning the art of connection and vulnerability. Connection, vulnerability, the beauty of sharing a life. They remind us of empathy and the courage to open our hearts. Those who choose solitude are discovering the peace of self-reliance and the wisdom of being their own friend. Their journey is one of understanding themselves and the universe. They cultivate inner strength and find meaning in quiet moments. They connect with the universe in their own way. Both paths, love and solitude, are worthy of acceptance and wonder. In the end, wholeness is not about choosing one or the other, but about honoring your truth. You are worthy of love and acceptance, beginning with your own.